I'm going to give you 5 quick Stoic rules for your life. One thing I have to say about this whole Stoic movement is that it's very important to understand that a man that sits there skinny as fuck with no purpose, just talking into the camera and says how important it is to be Stoic, but does not work out, looks like a bitch, and is everything but Stoic, that you should not listen to that person. I'm not trying to be insulting anybody. I'm not trying to be angry. I'm not trying to put pressure on these people. If they want to say something about me, my English, or how I look, please do that. But I know that off that camera, I'm going to work out. I'm going to build my business. I'm going to do more than you. And I'm going to really I've been through pain, and that's why I talk to people about Stoic rules, because I can talk about these rules right now. But even if you know them, and if you're aware about these rules, if you've not been through pain, you will never build Stoicism. You will never be a Stoic man, because being Stoic is not something you learn by reading, learn by listening to someone on YouTube. It's life experience. It will change your life and the way you act and the way you think about things by being through pain, by seeing shit, by seeing dead people, by seeing complicated situations you had to deal with. And that's how you become Stoic, and not by just watching some skinny ass dude who studied Marcus Aurelius in every book. It's nice as you read about that, but did you go through that? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Still, I'm going to give you these 5 rules so you can analyze yourself within that situations and see if you can adapt them to your life. So let's get right into the first rule. Control what you can, ignore what you can't. Life is always about taking responsibility. And many people would say, I will ignore everything I can control. But if you say that everything is your fault and you take the responsibility, then you can't control anything. If you think about it. The weather is rainy, right? And you forgot your umbrella. You could now say, I ignore it because I can't control it. Or you could say, it's my fucking responsibility that I forgot my umbrella. So it's my responsibility. And by that way, you took the control. And that's very important to understand, because you always want to have the control. If you can't, ignore it, or respect it, or accept it, or analyze your situation and see how you can take the control next time. It's very important to always analyze yourself and the situation you're in. Rule number 2, don't react, respond. It's very important to understand that reaction is something that is very connected to your emotional feelings. So if somebody makes you angry, you don't think about it, but you react directly. You're either going to piss them off, punch them in the face, or run to your parents and scream at them because you are a bitch. But if you change it and say, you know what, I'm going to analyze the situation. I'm in the school, somebody's bullying me. I cannot hurt him because I'm too weak. I'm a bitch. You got 3 options right now. You could either punch him, but you just realize that you can't. You can go to your parents and scream at them for your miserable life and say that's their fault. Or you can take the responsibility and say, you know what, I have to change that. The reason why he's bullying me is because I'm a bitch, I'm ugly, I'm fat. Something has to change within myself. So I'm gonna use that emotion that I have right now, go to the gym, build a business, become the best version of myself. That's the way you should do it. Number 3, suffering isn't bad, it's training. There are 2 types of people in this life. Both of them go through pain. Both of them came from bad circumstances. Both of them had a hard life. But the one person is the one that is crying about his life. The other one, for an example, a very good book, David Goggins, right? He said in his book that he sees his life in the bad circumstances and everything he's been through like a training ground. Because you learn how to be resilient. You learn how to fall and get up again. You learn how to be harder to yourself. Go through pain and build yourself within that. Because if you just make money like that and you never been through pain, you never had a hard life, and then pain will hit you or something bad is happening and you're too old because you never had the experience, you will never know how to deal with that shit in that moment, and that's very dangerous. So everything that's happening to you right now, no matter how hard or bad it is, be proud of that, love it, accept it, and understand that there will be a better time. Number 4, you are what you repeatedly do. I don't give a fuck what you talk about. If you say that you are a sports athlete, but behave like a little bitch that just drinks alcohol, smokes weed, goes to a party, eats junk food, and jerks off, you're what you are. You're what you do. You're never what you talk about. I can talk all day long on a fucking camera, but if I'm not gonna do my workout, eat clean, go to the gym, build a business, or do something, I'm still a bitch, right? I'm still just a talker. So everything I say into the camera has to get into my head and then into action. Do not talk about the things you want to achieve. Do them and people will see it. The last and easy step is live by roots, live by values. not by feelings. Same point. As a man, emotional control is the number one thing you got to become the best. That's the power you got if you use it right. Because feelings and emotions are very important. Many people think that you should just shut them off as a man. Wrong. What you should do is use them. If you feel angry, sad, depressed, anything like that, that's your body and your mind telling you that you should change something, right? So do that. Don't cry about it, but change it. I hope you understood these 5 roots. I hope you also understood that you should change your life. Get some life experience. You don't have to go through bad circumstances, but a hard sparring session. Go to a training every day. Discipline yourself to have a daily routine and do something that not everybody is doing out there. That's also going through pain. Study, even if you don't want to. That's also pain. Everybody got a different pain level. Everybody got a different pain experience. But search for the pain, no matter who you are or what you've been through. Very important. I'm M. Singh, your mindset masculinity coach if you want to. And if you want to have a one-on-one coaching where we can talk about your problems, let's do that. Link in the bio.